Hey there, welcome to Help Solve the Case. Good morning. I know, here it is, me live, first thing Monday morning. I have got a lot going on my mind, and I thought I would share it with you. And if you're on and available, kind of get your input. I am supposed to be on vacation this week, but there are so many video topics, so much stuff going on that I'm here at my desk. I'm getting ready to make more videos and talk about more things. I am going to attend a government meeting tonight to talk about some things that we've talked about here on my channel, specifically the flock cameras. As you guys know, we've looked at Chattree. We've talked a little bit about Carpenter and Riley, and we've talked about the tower dumps, which I think are critically important. I was looking through an article from Wired this morning, and what they're doing in the background sounds really crazy, right? From a law enforcement and from an AI standpoint, which I love AI. I have a lot of tools that help me work and have created a lot of tools to help law enforcement work. But what they're doing in the background as a private company and accessing this data is super scary. And I believe what I read, that they are actually having the real-time crime something or other here in Phoenix this week. And a lot of law enforcement agencies are going to be present and unveiling all kinds of this technology. And if you haven't taken a look at that, if you follow these cases and things, I really think that that's something you should take a look at, and also take a stand for if you don't like what's going on. As we do here on the channel, we learn what's going on and we speak up through legislation or other things to uphold the Constitution, uphold all our rights, everybody's rights. There's rules, there's the Constitution, and that's what we're here for. I was also thinking about, I'm getting ready to do a video on the Phoenix police. We've had 2 Phoenix police officers arrested for, I want to say, assault and kidnapping. I'm not sure. I'm going to be bringing that to you. That is very disheartening. I could add more. I'm going to save that for the video. So I'm going to be taking a look at that. And speaking of police officers, I also want to take a look at when we were going through the pleadings in the Alex Murdaugh case, when they were having the hearing about the DNA and the motions. They were talking about 2 specific police officers, and I believe I promised that to you guys, and I have not gotten around to that yet because it's been busy. So I'm going to be looking into that. And my question is, one question is, what the heck is going on? Speaking of our favorite flock, we've heard, right? And these are all allegations. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. We've heard all kinds of stuff about misuse and misaccess to this, and kind of in line with what's going on in Phoenix and what's going on in Flock. I'm going to be doing it might be a video series specifically talking about the digital trail and the digital trail with police. So I'm going to do that. I released a video on Tyler Robinson. There were some new pleadings that came in. I've also got another couple pleadings that I'm going to go through. And thank you for everybody that sits here and likes reading through the pleadings with me. This is not, now I'm just a talking head talking about my opinion and what's coming on. But no, I enjoy, that's the point of this channel, is to read through these pleadings so we can muddle through it together. We can be confused or outraged together. And that's what it's for. I am not just going to regurgitate something and read something off a teleprompter to you as a summary. That makes it absolutely no fun for me. So those of you that enjoy that, thanks for being here. And then occasionally I pop on and provide my commentary and my expertise. And speaking of that, and speaking of Tyler Robinson, I hope that you will join me in the workshop series. If you are a member of the Help Solve the Case private community, which I refer to as the bullpen, you can get there at helpsolvethecase.com. Starting September 3rd, we are going to be evaluating the case with me as the defense expert, as the law enforcement expert. We're going to be looking at constitutional challenges that we can do and the evidence, different things that have been presented, and we're going to prepare our case. That's what we're going to do. So I would love if you would join me over there. It is $4.99 a month for the membership, $49.99 for the year, and we've got all the cases in there, the documents, private chat, all sorts of great things. I would love your feedback on it, and if you want different changes to it or whatever, it really helps me keep everything in one place. It is like my online filing drawer for all these cases. So we'll be doing that on the Tyler Robinson case. And speaking of that, I have a couple more additional pleadings to go through. And Matthew Nilo case, we're looking at that. And I have a video. I haven't published it yet. I'm going to publish it. And we're talking specifically about DNA and the precedents that Matthew Nilo is, of course, he's innocent until proven guilty, but we're talking about the precedent. That's what we talk about a lot on this channel, the case law and the precedent and how the both sides argue it. And in that case, he is making a very astute argument. He's an attorney making a very astute argument that I think could apply to some of the favorite cases that we watch, namely Bryan Kohberger. So we don't know if he's going to get his new trial. Bryan Kohberger, speaking of that, he's got his new attorney, but I believe that these can be applied to that case. And so that is, this is what I do in the background. I as you see sometimes on these videos, my mind goes and I start thinking, and I think about how can we apply these to the other cases, because that's my job as an expert to come in and look at what the law enforcement has done and see, no matter what side I'm on, what can we do with this? How can we help the case? No pun intended. How can we help the case with what I know or what I can find and what I can bring to the table? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. I've been behind on the Mario Saldana, the Jared Bridingen case. I'm going to update that, try to get all the updates in the Help Solve the Case community. And if I missed anything, we've got September 1st. That is the preliminary hearing for the remainder of the preliminary hearing for the Tyler Robinson case. And we're going to hopefully be doing that live and bringing you a summary and seeing what that decision is. I totally believe that he's going to be bound over. And that is why I created the workshop series, so we can go through and, take a look at the defense, what I think might be happening with the defense as they prepare for trial. And speaking of that, many of you have asked, why haven't they shown this? Why haven't they shown that? Why haven't they talked about this or that? Because if we go back to our measuring cup, they only need to put on the defendant is, I made a comment this morning, the defendant is innocent until proven guilty, although we like to hear that, right? In some cases, they only need this much. They only need this much at the preliminary hearing. And I know we want all the facts. We want to talk about it. We want to go through the case, but it's not that point yet. It's just preliminary. So we have to wait. But that's September 1st. And I think it is on October 29th, they're going to have another hearing in the Matthew Nilo case. That is all that I can think of right now. If you have any questions, always feel free to put them in the channel and I will do my best to answer them. I really appreciate you being here in support of the mission, and I hope that you will join me either as a member on the channel. It's 99 cents. Hey, whoever's joined, thanks for being here. If you have any questions about the cases, now's the time to ask me. But you can join on the channel and support the channel for 99 cents per month, or you can join me in the bullpen where we have the special events. You get more access to me live. We have all the individual cases organized, all the documents, and we can talk about stuff that we can't necessarily talk about here on the YouTube channel. So thank you so much for being here. I've got a lot of videos to make. I've got a lot of documents to read, so I'm going to get to that. But once again, thank you for your support of the channel, and I hope you guys all have a fabulous day, and I'll see you on the next one.